Hello, my dear friends. Welcome back to Falling Up Tarot. Welcome to your past life pick-a-pile. This is something new. I'm not usually doing these, but I decided to do one tonight, and it's quite fun. All right, so we've got 4 piles in front of you. I will show them to you in a minute on the picture. I've taken a photo of them, which we'll show. We've got 4 piles. So one of them is the Ohm Rock. You'll see that in a minute. The Ohm. The other one's got the Quartz Crystal. One of them has the die, and the last one has got the Seashell. All right, so pick whichever one resonates with you. You just feel them, take a moment, pick whichever one resonates with you. And the way I've worked it is I've already chosen the cards inside, or I've shuffled, and I've gotten the cards from Spirit. So the questions that I asked, you've got one past life card in there. So the first card is the past life indicator. It's what you need to work on now from your past life. It's a past life issue and what you need to work on now because of this past life. Not necessarily an issue. It doesn't have to be an issue, but something from your past life and what you need to work on now in today's world because of it. And then how is it affecting you today? What you need to let go of from this past life experience, and what have you gained from your past life experience. So that's it. So it's going to be short and simple, but actually there's a few cards for each answer. So I'll get into explaining each one as we go. All right, so I'll just give you a few minutes and then we'll get right into the readings. All right, we'll be right back. All right, we are back. If you picked the Ohm Rock, then this one's reading is for you. All right, let's get started. Let's flip over the cards here. I've got to keep them in the right order, so hopefully I don't mess this up. All right. All right, so your past life issue that you've chosen is father. All right. So this would mean family issues, father issues. In a past life, you might have had issues with your father. Obviously, that's what the card says. So that could have been, arguments with father. Father could have left the family, could have died, anything. We don't know when this would happen, what era or anything like that. So we're talking past life, right? So we don't have any ideas on when or anything like that, no details. But the issues with this come up, could be abandonment, could have been anything. So we'll find out as we go along. All right, so the issue is father. So the next question I asked Spirit was, how is this affecting me today? And the card we got was judgment. All right, so how is it affecting you today? Judgment. So judgment is, the way I took it when I first did the cards is I feel that you feel judged often. That perhaps you do judge others as well. I feel that you don't feel things are very fair in life. I feel that you have this feeling of things just not being fair because of the way, I don't know what your the way you were raised now, but that might have spilled over from past life. Just things don't feel fair. Things feel very unbalanced. Judgment causes you to, look at your own life and not feel that things don't feel fair. That's basically how this card resonates for me, how I feel the reading is for you. The next question I asked is, what do I need to let go of from this past life experience? And we've got the Hanged Man. All right, this is what you need to let go of. And the Page of Swords. All right. So immediately the first thing I got, and I'm reading these cards intuitively, right away the first thing I got from the Page of Swords was what you need to let go of is the feeling of never being enough, never feeling like you measure up. Because of the books here, I feel like school and having to chase the dream. This is what it feels like to me, and that's it's reminding me of looking for father's love and validation all the time. That's what it feels like. It feels like that definitely spilled over from a past life for you. constantly, you know, looking for your father's approval, looking for your father's love, looking for your father to say, great job, I'm proud of you. That's definitely how I feel this card. I'm just trying to think of how another, I feel the energy. It feels very heavy in my chest. It feels very sad. It feels sad, unfortunately. Um, it's just looking for approval and looking for love. And that's definitely coming from a past life. If that resonates with you, then you know that that's coming from, again, that could be in your current life as well, but it's also spilt over from a past life issue, as you know, as well as your current lifetime. And the other card we got is the Hanged Man. And it says what to let go of. And let go of, it's looking at things from a different perspective. So I feel that you should be looking at things from a different perspective. I feel that you're looking at things only from one perspective. That's what you need to let go of. You're only seeing something from one view. And maybe if you twisted it a little bit and looked at your father perhaps from, or looked at your circumstances, if this isn't the same, you know, if it's not your father now, or friends now, or whatever, whoever's causing this feeling, you just need to twist your perspective a little bit. Maybe you'd see things a little bit differently, and it wouldn't hurt as much, perhaps, or cause you to feel the same way. All right, and these are short, so I don't have very many questions. But what have you gained from this past life experience? And we've got the Nine of Wands. Unfortunately, that's wounds. That's inner wounds. That first thing that came up. And then when I got this, I said, okay, we're looking for a positive. We need a positive one as well. But the first thing that came up was the wounding. But we have to see, too, though, that there is a rose here. It's not just the wounds. There was a beautiful experience as well from this past life experience. You do have a lot of love as well as the wounds, the inner wounds. We do have the King of Cups here. That is your ability to love. That is your compassionate heart. That is your big heart. You're compassionate. You're caring. You can fit a lot into your daily. I don't know why I want to say your daily giving ways. It feels like you're very giving every day. That's what it feels like to me. And if you're not able to do that, you have that capability within you. You definitely do. You have a lot of love to give. You're very deep person. You have a lot inside of you, and I don't think that it's completely covered up by wounds. I think the wounds are deep, but you have a lot of love to give, right? And I think you've gained that. You've learned that. It's come from this past life issue. Part of, not all of it, obviously, it's come from your everyday life, but this past life has something to do with it as well. All right, so that was all I was going to pull, but now I'm thinking maybe I'm going to try pulling an oracle card as well, because that was very short. But let's just try and get one more. Okay, so for those with the past life of father, this is an oracle card. For those with the past life of father, we've got sacred breath and sound, life force, and communication. So if you do have communication issues with your own father now, and if it's not a father, with any male figure in your life, or even friends, you know, any friends or anything, communication is what they're talking about here, which would be the key to get through that. Because I think with the father being the past life, communication would be something that might have been missed. Validation, communication, certainly validation in love, and you know, that tenderness, and that, well, fathers aren't necessarily known for tenderness, not that they don't give it, but I mean, mothers are known for tenderness, fathers are more known for a pat on the back and being proud of somebody. So I think if we're talking about past life, it's more the being proud of that might have been missing with the past life. And if this resonates with you, then you'll know that it resonates. If it doesn't, then take it, you know, leave the rest behind. But communication is what they're talking about here with this card. All right, so that's your reading for the Ohm Rock. That's the one you picked. All right, thank you very much. Hello, those who chose the Seashell. This is your pile. Thank you for being here. Let's flip over the cards, see what we've got. All right, we just have 4 cards for you. This is a shorter one, shorter than the others. The other ones were short too, but this one's even shorter. All right. Okay, so your indicator, your past life indicator is karmic relationship. So your past life, what you needed to work on, what's there affecting you in today's world, is a karmic relationship. Now this one I would like to do more digging into, but for now, for this pick-a-pile, this is all I was going to do on it. But I'd like to talk about it more someday, but not right now. So karmic relationship is what you have affecting you in today's world, or today's date, or whatever you want to say. It's late, I'm tired. I can't talk anymore. So how is this affecting me today? First card I got, first question, how is it affecting you today, is the Death card. So that means endings and beginnings. And to me, it feels like a lot of endings and beginnings for you. When you have a karmic relationship in your past, you could be stuck on that karmic relationship. So that affects your relationships now. Meaning you start new relationships and they don't last. So they end. And then you start another one and it ends. And that's not because you're doing it on purpose. You're truly looking for someone. It's not working out though, unfortunately. Whether that's because you ended on purpose, or the other person ends it, your relationships are hard for you, unfortunately. That's because you've had karmic relationship in the past and it's tripping you up. You have unresolved issues in your past life that are not resolved there, so you can't seem to go on in this world. So the Death card is endings and beginnings, endings and beginnings, endings and beginnings. So unfortunately, that's how it's affecting you today. That's pretty big. That's huge. That's probably, there was one deck that was really good, one pile here, and this is probably the biggest one, though I think that, to me personally, affects you the strongest. Well, they're all important. I don't mean to put down the other ones, but okay, so what do I need to let go of from this past life experience? What do I need to let go of? The 3 of Wands. Is that what I said? What do I need to let go of? The 3 of Wands. Yeah. What do I need to let go of is this starting over. So the 3 of Wands is, the way I'm reading these intuitively too. What do I need to let go of? So starting over, and what I felt was looking for something better. That's what it felt like to me. It was looking for something better, and starting over again. Because the 3 of Wands is at the beginning of the tarot, right? She's just starting out in the 2, and then they just starting out at the 2, and the 3 starts off on the journey. To me, it feels like looking for something better. See, what you need to do is to stop doing that, just to maybe try to stay in the relationship at one time. And it's not by any fault of your own. This is something that is, karmic relationships, man, are tough. They're really tough. They can trip you up. So, but this is just what the cards gave us. This is, it's just, what do I need to let go of? What you need to let go of is this karmic relationship. I recommend past life regression and hypnosis. I really do. It works. It really works. If you can let go of that, it's a mind shift. You just unlock it and you can let that go. And it would really make a big difference in your relationships, I think, if this resonates with you. And the last one is, what have I gained from my past life experience? Strength. A lot of strength. You've gained a lot of strength. Like, what a perfect card, right? You've gained a lot of strength. Definitely. It's a lot of hard work, but you learn every single time. You learn through every hardship. You learn through every relationship. You learn something new every time, even though it might feel the same for you. It feels like a cycle. You learn something new every time, and you get stronger and stronger and stronger every time. And you know what? I promise you it will end. I promise you it will end, with or without past life regression. It will get better and it will end. You just you'll figure it out. I promise you, you'll figure it out. It's workable. All right, let me get an oracle card for you. For those in the karmic relationship for past life, what do you recommend? What's your advice, please, Spirit? for past life or for karmic relationship. There we go. Flipped right over. Clarity. That's a great advice from Spirit. Clarity, planning, releasing illusion. Now that's interesting. Look at this card. That's cool. Planning and releasing illusion. See, and that really works, I think, with this. Well, because I said to stop starting new and looking for something better. Always like, this is kind of like the grass is always greener on the other side. That's the energy I was feeling from this. And Spirit advice is planning and releasing illusion is what the card says. So releasing the illusion that something is always better. You know, relationships are work. And I know I don't want to sound like a cliche or anything like that, or too counselor or trying to say something, it's not working. But it is, you know, I'm not even going to go down that road. But releasing illusion, right? Releasing illusion of what you expect and stuff like that. There's a lot more to it, but we're not going to get into a counseling session. But Spirit recommends releasing illusion and planning stages and stuff. Clarity is needed. This is a beautiful card. Absolutely beautiful card. Well, it will all work out. I'm sure it will all work out. Well, thank you very much for being here, and thank you for choosing this pile. Feel free to choose some of the other piles. They're really great piles. A lot of great information for past lives there. All right, take care. Love and light. Bye-bye. Hello, for those of you who chose the die, this is your reading. Welcome, welcome. All right, let's get the cards flipped over here. So I flip them over the right way. I don't mix them up. Oh yes, I remember this one. I like this one. It's very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Okay, so for you, your past life, the past life indicator, the one that you need to work on, well, not necessarily need to work on, but your past life indicator is the trees. So your past life has to do with trees. Now, this was interesting. I was thinking about it, and I was meditating, and I was asking, and I was getting visions and stuff. And the first thing I saw was children running around a tree playing and laughing. I could literally hear the children laughing and giggling, music playing, and I saw fairies and pixie dust in the air and everything like that. And then I went to, like, I asked about hanging, if there was hanging, and then it was like, nope, there's nothing negative about this. It was all just positive stuff, because you would think, well, why is trees a past life? You know, what does that have to do with anything? So I was looking for answers. I thought, well, maybe you hung yourself in a tree or something, which is kind of negative, sorry. But I had nothing to do with that at all. It's very positive. It's very, very positive. So there's such a glare on this. I don't know, it's from my salt lamp over there. But anyway, so trees is beautiful, beautiful energy. All right, so you've got a very, very nice card. It's the best one out of the bunch. So how is this affecting you today? The Magician. The Magician. You've got the most powerful one out of this, out of these four piles. The Magician. This means that you have the power. You are the alchemist. You are the magician. You are the one who is able to manifest the most. All right. So you, I guess, not I guess, but you had the power with the trees. You were, I feel, a spirit within the trees. That's what I feel like. I feel you were a tree spirit. Okay? That's what it feels like to me. I saw the pixie dust around the trees. I didn't actually see any characters. I just saw I could hear the wind and feel the wind around the tree. I could hear the laughter and everything. It was almost like the energy of the tree. That's what you were, is the energy of the tree. And how is this affecting you today? Well, you are the magician now. You have all that energy within you now. It's amazing. It's an amazing energy. What do I need to let go of from my past life experience? Well, you got the High Priestess, which is intuition. And then you also got the Three of Cups. All right. So I wouldn't say so much of letting go of. The only thing I'm feeling, because I really had to dig into this one, is maybe not quite be so much on your own and in your own head, and socialize a little more with friends, and come out of the clouds, out of your head a little bit, because you do have friends in the world that you need to see and talk to a little bit. But it's not a negative thing. It's just, when we ask, what do you need to let go of? I wouldn't recommend too much, but you do need to be in this world as well as that world, right? It's like you have to be in both worlds at the same time. So stay in your world with your intuition, but also you have to be in this one too. So this is that world, this world. So you have to be in both. All right. Okay, and then the last one is, what have you gained from your past life experience? The star. And what I'm feeling, I'm reading these intuitively. What I'm feeling is complete magic with this. I'm just feeling that magic. What have you gained? You've gained the ability to create anything and have anything you want. That's what you have gained from this past life experience. And you truly have that energy. So I wish that every single person chose this pile. I hope that everybody who chose another pile comes back and chooses this pile and realizes how powerful they are. All right. I'm going to choose an oracle card for you. And what advice do we have for those who chose the trees? Spirit, what advice do we have for those who chose the trees, Spirit? Those who chose the trees, please. I love how these cards sound. Divine Mother, nurturing compassion and grace. So this is, I feel, I was feeling just peace and love and grace and spreading it out to everyone. That's what it feels like to me. Spreading it out to your own mother, spreading it out to anybody else that you know. I just felt a peace come over me. And because you are magic, you can spread that out to everyone else. Divine Mother, nurturing compassion and grace. So you are compassion, you are nurturing, you are grace, and you have the Divine Mother's energy within you to spread that out to everyone else, and just share what you have within you with everyone else, everyone that you can. All right, so that's beautiful energy. Thank you so much for choosing that pile. Love and light to you. Thank you. Bye-bye. And hello, if you picked the Quartz Crystal, then you are in the right place. This is your reading. All right, let's get started. Let me put them in the right order here so I don't get them mixed up. And let's see what your past life is. Okay, so these are quite short, just so I won't keep you very long. All right, so your past life indicator, I have a hair in my mouth. You know how unpleasant that is? All right, hopefully I don't have to pause the video. It's so unpleasant. Okay, my hair is so fine. I can taste it in my mouth. Anyway, your past life indicator, what to work on now? Your past life was as a Native American. Awesome, with the teepee. Okay, so the questions I asked were, how is this affecting you today? Oh, sorry. So Native American. So that would be basically, I didn't even talk about this. There's not much to talk about. This would be your life was spent as a Native American. I guess there's not much to say about that. That would be basically it. Okay. So the first question is, how is this affecting me today? So these are interesting. So affecting you today, the Five of Swords. So it came up saying a lot of conflict in your life. Unfortunately, for some reason, you have a lot of conflict in your life, and if you do have a lot of conflict in your life, for some reason, it stems to your life as a Native American. Might have been that you were a warrior. That's what I was thinking, a warrior or a chief or something like that, and you had to deal with conflict. You know, if you resonated with that sort of as a higher up in the tribe or something like that. Maybe that's why you have now people are like having conflict with you because of that. That's possible. That could be why that resonates that way. So that's how it's affecting your life today. If you have conflict surrounding you, that's why that is. I can't talk right now. And what do I need to let go of from this past life experience? What you need to let go of, we've got the Eight of Swords energy. Eight of Swords energy is a fear of the mind of being, it's like an anxiety. So if you have a lot of anxiety, if you resonate with that, kind of being trapped, feeling like you're trapped and you can't move forward. You can't go ahead with your plans. You can't do what you need to do. You just, feel trapped, basically. You hold the key, though. That's the great thing about this energy. You do hold the key. You're the only one that can let yourself out of this cage. This is a cage of the mind. It's your own energy that's holding you trapped. And if you do suffer from a lot of anxiety, that stems back to your time as a Native American. It's very interesting. You might want to look into, if that's the case, you might want to look into doing a past life regression, just to get to the real deep root of that. Because this comes up, the cards are very similar as to, conflict, anxiety, and everything relating to you being a Native American in a past life. And then the last question I have is, what have you gained from your past life experience? And again, we have more conflict. 10 of Swords. 10 of Swords. This is a lot of people, I'm feeling, coming after you. If that's the case, like right now, like you have a lot of people kind of after you all the time. Not physically after you, but I mean, 10 of Swords is a very heavy energy. 10 of Swords could be a depression, again, with your anxiety, with the 8 of Swords energy. So this is a lot to do. I mean, like, I really suggest you check into a past life regression if that's something you're interested in. It might be, or hypnosis rather, it might be something you could release, because 10 of Swords energy is a heavy energy of kind of like you've been, beaten down, and you're at the end of your rope. So unfortunately, I'm sorry to hear that, but this is seeming to stem from your past life experiences. There's one more card that came with it, though, which is not a bad card. It's the Lover's card. So this has to do with a choice that needs to be made. So this could be that a choice has to be made in your day-to-day life that could free you from this somehow. I would have no idea what the choice is, but it could have to do with a relationship as well that is weighing heavily on you. You could have a relationship that, for some reason is not suited for you. I don't have any other cards to go with this. This isn't a full reading, but, if I saw any other cards like, the Devil card or something like that, I don't know. I have no idea. I'm not making any judgment calls on the relationship, but perhaps the relationship needs to have some discussion. I don't know. Like, I have no idea. The Lover's card is a good card, so I could be way off on that. I'm not making any judgment calls on it, like I said. But with the negative cards around it, that's why I was wondering. That's all. Okay. So let me pull an oracle card. I didn't have it pulled earlier. Let's just see. For those who have Native American as their past life, what is the advice, please, from Spirit? For those who have Native American as their past life, Native American as past life, what is the advice, please? Oh, beautiful. Tenderness. Oh, I love this. True love and compassion. Well, there we go. Now that really works with the Lover's card, right? True love and compassion. There's your beautiful card. So this could be that true love and compassion, your true love, which could be your true love right here, is going to help you get through all of this messiness that I see here in these cards. Your true love is going to help you get through this and help release you from this past life energy, right? That's all you need is true love and compassion to help release you from that energy. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And I hope that's the case. That's perfect. All right. Thank you so much for choosing. You feel free to choose another deck and just see how that one resonates as well. All right. Bye-bye.